Hey, greetings from the job site, one and all. It's your pal Dave with supervisors over there. Oh, now you guys decided to tuck your heads in? They're in there. Just started raining again, so of course they tucked in there. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Let me swing around here so you can see what's shaking. Okay, so first of all, the fence is done, which I'm really happy with. We'll go walk the fence line and see how it's looking here in a sec. I want to check a few specifics, but it's about 4 o'clock on Wednesday, November 18th. The guys are working right now on putting in the concrete foundation for the electrical post. So on the right side of the road, up there a little bit beyond them, what I think about 50 meters, is where the electricity comes up the hill. And so we will put a post on this side so that the electrical line can basically just drape from that existing post. And then we do need to make our electrical post on this side a bit higher. I think it needs to be a bit higher to be at the recommendation, because it will then drape from the right side over to the left side. So we want to make sure that it's plenty high enough. So everything got pushed back because of the last couple weeks of rain, which is fine. At this point, Danny is really my contractor. It's the way I would look at it. And he's got these two dudes. I'll confess I haven't gotten their names yet, but who've been working pretty consistently for the last few days. I'll work for probably another hour today and then get out of here. But hopefully we'll get our own electrical here in the next week or so. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Take a little walk down here. Man, they all look really good. I'm glad I got that extra gallon of paint, because I know it took 2 coats. But I'm really happy with this. Looks really good. The whole fence looks good. We'll go back and look at the gate too. So that was really the hardest part, I think, was making sure that everything was lined up nice and smooth, because it's one solid gate that's like a good 20 feet. So it rolls slightly uphill. So you want to have everything in line and all that good stuff. But I'm just walking here looking at all this fencing. Looks fantastic. This is a big piece to kind of get off of my list for now. The reality is, this fence here on this side of the driveway is really just temporary. I hope we'll be able to repurpose this material, because when we get around to doing the main house, I want to do a retaining wall along here, because we lose a lot of real estate with this incline, the way that it comes up and the way that all the land has been eroded over the last 10, 12 years since they scraped this. So to really do this right and to recapture all the flat space, we want to do retaining wall like we've done up to this point. I mean, that's always been the plan. So this fencing will ultimately come down, but we really just wanted to make sure this property was secure. We had a lot more construction to do. There's going to be a lot of equipment up here. I'd like to do the retaining wall right now. I'd like to do a fancy wall right now. It's just not in the budget. So we want to make sure that we're secure. So that's what we did here, is we put up this fencing. Hey guys. And we'll make upgrades in the future, but in the meantime, it's a rock solid fence, man. It's not like they did a half-assed job at all. This is what we were talking about yesterday, was getting these pinch rollers here to make sure, helps when you can see that, so that it'll hold the gate in line when it opens. And then they wanted to fix the gate hardware here too. So ingenious. I mean, this is just a bent piece of rebar, but it's still wet too. I shouldn't touch it. It's still slightly sticky. They just were painting today. But how cool, huh? So So just like so. And then I think we were talking about cutting a better opening in here so that you can reach through and do this. But then the whole thing, it's going to be hard to do with one hand. It's going to be crap. So I'm not going to do it. But the whole gate slides up that way. Just go look at the other end. So things are going to move slightly slower because we're doing this without a 6-person crew, but making good progress. Oh, I can also share with you, we made some changes with the idea up on the roof. All the rest of this fencing looks fantastic. I'm really happy with this job. They turned this little corner here. So all this is sealed up. I think we might still need a piece. Yeah, we need a piece back there. Just enough room for somebody to sneak through there if they wanted to. Okay, so I was really having a dilemma with what to do about the rooftop deck. To do it right, oh, we're going to get a nice sunset. Good timing here to go up on the deck, huh? Damn pretty, huh? So we got standing water in here, which sucks, but it's just been raining so much it's hard to stay ahead of it. But excuse me, I'm gonna get some roofs up here. Okay. So the dilemma we were faced with was this roof was going to leak. We were really going to have to spend a fair amount of money on this material that would keep it from leaking. You know, another layer. What do they call it? It was like a thermo shield. So, I mean, it was going to end up being like $4,000 per roof just to put this thermo shield stuff down to keep it from leaking. Well, that was in order for us to just have a completely open deck here. Just railings along here and a floor/roof material that we can both walk on and won't leak. You wouldn't think it's that much to ask for, but it is. So, you know, I was kind of at a dilemma here how to do this. I didn't want to eliminate the idea of having a deck up here. That would really suck. And then Danny, smarty pants that he is, had a great idea that we should just have the entire thing covered. So instead of it being completely open to the elements, it's going to be more like a gazebo. So imagine a post here in the corner, you know, post in the middle, post here. We're basically creating a rooftop over this whole thing. And that will shed the water. We can make that hang off the edge a little bit. So that will shed like 95% of the water off of this floor right here. Let's call it a floor, not a roof, because now we're creating a new rooftop. But we can seal off the floor and make it pretty damn waterproof to just indirect water, but 99% of the water is going to be caught by the upper rooftop. So now it's basically becoming, and then we'll do a cool little floor. I'm thinking we'll do artificial grass. So you can be up here really comfortably in bare feet. So instead of it being completely open sun deck, which let's face it, during the summer it would just be baking up here, and it would probably make the house hot too. So by having a covering here, it eliminates that problem. And now you've got this completely covered space up here that you can do whatever you want. I mean, we'll still have obviously the railing right at the perimeter, but you know, the roof will just hang out probably a meter, you know, off each edge here. You know, we'll have it all directed over to that corner where the drain is. We've already put drains underground and everything for runoff like this, for drain water. So, you know, it rains so hard, it can cause a lot of damage really quick if you don't have good kind of erosion control in mind. So anyway, I'm excited about this idea. It's not going to cost any more either. In fact, we estimated just roughly that we'd probably, by doing it this way, by doing posts and just a typical roof, you know, and of course with it being what it is, it doesn't have to be, you know, insulated or anything like that. It's just for a watershed. Yeah, and then we're back to having this entire space available as a rooftop deck. It's just, instead of it being completely exposed to the sun, it's covered. You want to get some sun, well, you can go downstairs next to the pool. That's where you're going to get your sun, down there. We're going to make little sun decks. So each one of those have a couple chairs on them and stuff like that. So anyway, it's all good. I'd like to put a pool table up here. I think that would just be so fun to have a covered place up here with a pool table and be able to have your friends come up, hang out, have a little smoke while you're watching the sunset, playing some pool. Anyway, one step at a time. But anyway, there's the update for you guys. See, might be a little bit before I get to the next one, just because things are kind of progressing a little slowly. But I'll keep you posted. We're all good. Okay, till next time, guys. Take care.